slightly.
What? Which?
Yeah. Slightly this way.
Mm-hmm.
There to get you in.
And tip me up a little bit.
And there you go.
Hello,
everybody.
I'm wearing my nasty Sherwin-Williams hat instead of a good hat.
Hello.
We're here.
We're here in the Smoky Mountains, getting ready for a snowstorm.
Yep. Oh, okay. Here I am looking down at myself when I should be looking up at the camera at you. How's that? It's like I'm not here. I'm just the third person in the room. They're looking at each other. They're talking to me, but they're not looking at me. Why is that? Well, sometimes you don't realize that to stare into the shark's eye of a camera is more important than to stare at the screen of a TV. Yep. So here we are. It is Friday night, 7 o'clock Eastern.
What's everybody doing?
I know one thing we're doing is we're continuing to work with this new computer, getting the proper storage. We bought a storage module. I bought a storage module from the box store, the big box store with the two big B's. And it said on the box, there were two boxes I could buy. I could buy 4 terabytes, and it says on the box, formatted for Apple.
Can you hand me my
And then there was
sweatshirt?
another.
I'm going to put it behind my back.
And another box there, the white and blue box, which was 5 terabytes and less expensive by $20. And it said it was a PC one, but could be formatted to Apple. Now, I asked them specifically at the store, is this true? Because my wife sent me here to buy an Apple formattable, and I'm now getting, and I'm going to, but she doesn't want a 4. She wants a 5. She needs lots of space.
Right.
And I can't afford the 14 at this moment. So, are you sure? Oh yeah. It's set for PC, but it says right there on the box, it can be reformatted. Well, the reformat did not hold. And pretty soon it was saying, you cannot mount, you cannot this, you cannot fix it, you cannot download it, you cannot do this and that and this and that. And so...
now, I had the same, I showed it last week. I had the Easy Share on my PC. So it was working just fine on the PC. It just wasn't working on the... I had to watch several videos to get it remounted. I mean, reformatted to the Mac, to the Mac, because for some reason it's like benefit. Things are not necessarily made. It's like things are not made for a Mac when it comes to extra devices that you attach to your computers. They're made for...
Turns out
Windows,
you really got to do that.
All of this stuff. But yeah. So I formatted it. It seemed successful, but it wasn't doing. It just
good. Wouldn't speak the same language, and it started messing up.
Yeah.
So
that might be too much light for me.
You might.
It's kind of bright on my.
Oh, that one's bright, huh?
That's better. Yeah.
Nothing but a little less light makes for a little less makeup.
Well, he's olive-skinned and I'm pale-faced, so
yeah,
lighting is a little tricky for the both
of us. Good thing
she
likes olives.
But so it didn't work. The formatting seemed to work. It saved some stuff over, but then suddenly, like a day or two later, it was. It wasn't reading and writing again. And then it was telling me I would have to reformat, which would delete stuff. And here's the thing with an iPhone. When you send something over from your iPhone or your iPad or whatever, and you delete it, then it's deleted out of the cloud, which I wish Apple would change that. I don't know why you can't save stuff in the cloud if you delete it from your iPhone or iPad or whatever. But once you delete it, it's no longer there. Unless you have it stored somewhere else on your computer and you're loading it to the iCloud, then it's there. But
Tiny too.
There's some sort of tricky thing with the iCloud, and I pay for 2 terabytes of iPhone storage, iCloud storage. I pay for 2 terabytes of iCloud storage, but unfortunately, if I do a video or photos or whatever for my
I haven't
vlogging,
figured that out.
And then
it's storage, but you can't.
The iPhone is constantly telling me, which annoys him. It's constantly telling me,
you too.
You don't have enough storage. You can't record another video or whatever, and that's when I have to start transferring things and deleting them. So once I sent stuff over, it started deleting them. So I do have some video clips that are gone. They're gone but the good thing is I did save them to my edited video first. So then those other clips, it's all right if they're gone because I made an edited video out of that. And I moved stuff over to the actual Mac instead of the storage. And I have another external storage. It's called Western Digital. It's a different brand. And so I have that ordered. So hopefully that'll do the job. He read
Hello,
reviews.
Everybody.
Donnie read reviews on it.
Western Digital was considered the more mature, steady, dependable, whereas Seagate was considered the younger guy takes more risk, but he's a lot faster, and but he downloads quicker, uploads quicker, but is not as reliable. That does sound about right. Young men, old men,
Yeah.
So we picked the guy with a little bit of silver on the temples for our choice on that. Plus, the box store wanted $250 on sale for 14 terabytes in the blue and white box, and the same price, $250 for 8 terabytes for the Mac box. So for some reason, Mac is more expensive all around, computers, whatever, storage. But we totally recommend that if you're doing Mac filming, Mac input, you need to do Mac storage. Don't compromise a few dollars. It did not work.
Well, I think the one I ordered though is not made by Mac. It's not made by Mac either.
Well, it's
supposed to be.
It's formatted especially for Mac.
It's supposed to be something that.
Found out something else this week that I bet you a lot of you don't know. Your backup storage is only good for guaranteed 3, and at the most 5 years. Which means no matter how precious that photograph is that you've put into storage in your storage container, if you try to recall it in 10 years, it's not going to be there. So, we're I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to go back to putting some, making photo videos on disc or something.
Well, I bought and here's the tricky thing about external hard drives too. I had one years ago, and I put my precious dog photos that my dogs, those are treasures to me. They're in heaven. The dogs are in heaven. And I had stored them on there. Well, it was sitting underneath our desk, just, right there. And it just got tipped over just like that. It didn't fall off of something. It was sitting on the ground and it just tipped over sideways. Well, then
smash that like
it wouldn't push anything. It wouldn't come on and retrieve anything anymore. So we still have that somewhere. It's in storage.
Hi, Lisa.
And we're hoping one day to take it to one of those people that can pull things out. Hopefully they can pull things out and get my dogs back.
One day.
Precious dog photos back to me.
Lisa's in?
Yeah, I want to
say your hellos.
I want to say hello, but I was trying to finish the story before
Hey,
I forget, because I forget.
Yeah, we do. We try to get back
just
to stuff. I should take notes
and stuff. Because he's already got me distracted now. I forgot what I was saying.
Notes.
Who else is like that?
Nobody.
Yeah. So the one that I ordered, it's supposed to be slow, but yet way more reliable.
Not that slow.
Just
slower
in saving stuff. I'm guessing.
Right.
And
recall,
maybe.
But not by much. It's just
I don't know.
They said it sacrifices a little speed for more dependability.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's all.
And sometimes then it's worth the.
These animals just have to have their attention, don't they?
She probably wants to bite my hair. She likes to bite my hair.
Well, maybe not today.
Silly cat.
You just washed your hair, so it's not so strong. Yeah. Maybe she'll. Yep. We even had a couple jokes this past week that were funny that we thought we got to write that down. Can't remember them. Anyway,
so hello, Evelyn. Hello, Rhonda. Evelyn said it's warm today, 64, 51 for the high. Tomorrow, no moisture. She's in the mountains in New Mexico, I believe. And she's got beautiful views there.
Oh, New Mexico. Wow. Great place to
live. Heritage Farms. Hello. Tiny Tim Posey. Hello. Carrie. Hello. Let's see. Everyone was saying hello to each other. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're here too,
Silly cat. I heard something.
She knocks stuff over.
Hi, Lisa. Prepped for Eternity Homestead. One Ringy Dingy.
Prepped for Eternity. I haven't heard that title. That's a good title.
Desiree. Hi, Desiree.
Desiree.
Marilyn from Kentucky. Hello. So one of the things I wanted to do last week, and I couldn't do it, I thought maybe I could do it today, which I was saying I wanted to show you our video that we did a drive through the mountains and all the downed trees and everything. The storm that took out all the power here recently. And I wanted to show, we wanted to show it, and Donny wanted to he wanted to talk about it as we were doing the live stream. So I thought, and I couldn't do it last week because we just got the computer loaded and I didn't have Chrome. And you need Chrome to run StreamYard and all those kind of things. It's somehow affiliated with Google, so it works with the YouTube and all that stuff. And I didn't have that, so I wasn't able to. I wasn't. Cat fur's getting stung.
Hate to pick my nose in front of you, but I think that was a cat fur. Oh my goodness! That little tickle you get. Ugh.
So I wasn't able to do that. Anyway, so I thought, today maybe we can do that and play that. So I went to start, the StreamYard, and it said, you can't record anymore with this. I used the free version. It said you have to have. She's trying to bite my hair. You have to upgrade to a plan, which a plan is like $25 a month, and it's like that's not our budget. Sorry, it's not our budget. So buy the StreamYard,
And that's only $25 if you only invite one person as a guest on the live stream with you. I think they're trying to manipulate the panel market or something.
They might eventually, but they're still allowing the panel. What it is they allow you to have a team member, which is somebody that you trust that can run the live stream with you. And how people will show comments at the bottom? You can have a team member that works with you and that you assign, like one of your moderators or something, and then they can help and they can show the comments for you. And that was to have one person was free. And they announced this. And then the next day they said, sorry, the free thing is up. You have to pay for it. I'm like, oh, goodness.
Let me pull the knife out of my back.
So with StreamYard, you're able to show a video on the side and talk about it. YouTube hasn't upgraded to that yet. So maybe that'll be coming. YouTube, maybe you can work on that and get it the ability to have a video on the side like that, so that, you know, the YouTubers, while they're doing a live stream, they can show something and they can talk about it. But it's only available like on StreamYard and stuff like that. I looked at that Melon app. And I was going to try to figure out how to do it with that. But it showed on the free version that you could only do like a intro video or something like that. My drive stream is an hour long. So I thought we could play it through the hour, you know, on the side while we were talking, or he was talking about the drive, stuff like that. So at the moment, I'm just going to have to upload it just without the commentary as a video with music, you know, just.
You know, if there's one thing that we have tried to avoid as much as possible was in you know, over the last years has been commercials. I don't know if you all remember when TiVo came out, that was like a godsend. You could watch a whole hour of TV just by waiting the first 20 minutes for all the commercials. And then just TiVo through that whole show. It was so wonderful. And it's like, wow, this is like, how did we get away with this? Where we don't have to watch commercials anymore. And it took them all these years to finally figure out how to get us to watch them all again and to pay for them. And they've got to pay not to watch them. It's been really quite a finally down around the circle where I'm stuck watching commercials again. But you know what they can't do anything about? Oh, yeah. Mr. Mute button. I have to watch that commercial, but I can mute that thing. And I just feel so warrioristically victorious when I can mute that commercial, even though I have to watch it. Which brings us to our own commercials, that we don't like to do commercials. We're not looking for anything from people the way a lot of places are. But there are some things you can do for us when it comes to helping support the channel that really doesn't cost you anything or any of your time even. And that is the suggestion that Joy had earlier this week. You know, if we could get people to put a playlist on of some of our things late at night when they're, you know, going to go to bed anyway, or not going to be watching it anyway, when you can. You're busy.
Cleaning, cooking.
You just want some company in the background that's talking without really having to pay attention. You can ignore us like that. We're fine with that because it does help us a little bit with the commercial times, and, you know, don't skip commercials. And so
if hitting the playlist will let the commercials play if you're not busy, because when most people, when you're watching the video, most people will skip the commercial as soon as they have the opportunity, you know, to skip the commercials. But in the later on, if you wouldn't mind, and you had the ability on your TV, YouTube app, or on your tablet or whatever,
right? And you have to build your own playlist, right? They have to build.
I have playlists.
So they just click on your playlist.
So all they have to do is go to my playlist, or your favorite channel or whatever, and go to their playlist, all of our playlists, and find just any of the playlists and hit play and just let those play through. The ads will play and things like that, you know. Now on the TV,
all you can do is hit like.
They have figured it out. No, they have figured it out though.
No.
Where after a certain amount of time, they'll shut it down. They seem to know. They go, "Are you still watching?" And if you don't click yes, they'll shut it down. Mm-hmm. You know, but a lot of the tablets and stuff will still play through.
Well, that brings
me. And that helps support the monetization of getting paid for the ads.
Which brings me to part 2 of the commercial, and that is, oh my goodness, because we have an extra machine here and we play our playlists. The mountain and the mountain snow and the fall leaves videos, I just want to let you know I've been watching them and I'm impressed. I mean, I was there and I'm impressed. What we did and the balance and the editing and the colors are so beautiful. And you can tell from the little older ones that we had, where we were using our Minolta camera and our other, compared to when she switched to the i12. Even those are just a treasure. I can watch them over and over again, to even have them playing in the background while I'm doing something else, and glance over at those leaves, to glance over at the drive, to see, and one of them has clouds pouring over the top of a mountain. So many things like that is just wonderful. And so I just wanted to make one more commercial like that, when you choose a playlist and, and you don't really care, great. But if you're looking for something, those mountain leaves, mountain drives, fall leaf change, and Cades Cove. Did you know that this week Cades Cove was voted one of the top 45 most beautiful places in the world? Yep, saw that article. So that's number 2. And you know what? While I was talking about number 2, number 3 faded out of my hand. So maybe I will come up with that last commercial when we move along here, because I can't remember, but I remember it was put on a playlist and let the commercials go. Second was watch some of these. Oh, they're so beautiful. Oh, and there's the third one came back to my mind. I'd like you to hit share. When you hit share, you can actually pick who it goes to. There are some family members, people that that would love to see the mountains that will never get here. And they would just absolutely love to watch that. So I appreciate you doing the share button as well. So that's our first time having a commercial time with you since we've started out. What do you think? So, oh, goodness, the comments are all gone. They've quit. They don't want a commercial. What am I going to do? Okay, so anyway, I'm looking at my comments now, and I appreciate you doing that. And
yeah, Mac and Patty, the cat likes to eat my hair.
Photo bomb.
Lisa said, hey, Kitty, and she's not a Kitty fan. Lisa's not a Kitty fan. Prep for Eternity Homestead was formerly known as Country Homestead Preacher.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Prep for Eternity. Mac is still a little off, but I'm doing well. Getting ready for a storm coming. Hope you all are well. Oh, thank you for playing the food review playlist. Now, that is a great thing to play right before you eat dinner that you cooked yourself, So you'll be disappointed, I guess. Yeah.
Ringy Dingy said,
we need a little song.
You two sure encountered lots of down trees on your drive. There were so many. I was shocked. Were you shocked? I was shocked how many down trees there were on that drive. He's not listening.
He muted.
Reading. Huh?
Somebody said I was muted.
Who was muted?
Donny, I had you muted.
Oh.
I don't know what that means. So was that my mouth was moving?
Were you surprised how many down trees there were?
There were so many trees down from the weight of the snow. It was wet, it was raining, and then it snowed. And the snow just stuck to the trees and pulled those limbs down and down and down. I even walked outside here, and the trees were in my face, bending over. And I thought, it's almost like you need to go out here with a sledgehammer and hit these trees and knock some sense into them and get the snow off the branches before they break. Because I must be 30, 40 branches, huge branches down here in the campground that they have been working diligently all this week to get into, slice down into hand manageable pieces.
Chad and Natasha said, I love the cat. I've always wanted one just like that. I always wanted a Siamese cat too. And this cat was free to me.
And 24/7 purr.
Oh, she actually was in the backyard of my friend who was my hairstylist, and she had a little Pomeranian dog. It was a fenced-in yard, and would go out in the yard, and this cat was out there with kittens that ventured into her screened-in room because there was a hole in the screen, so the kittens and this cat came in and started attacking the Pomeranian. So my friend said, will you take this cat?
Yeah, it was either we take the cat or the city would, and we knew that wouldn't be good.
So she adopted out as many kittens as she could. She adopted, and there were still 2 kittens left that she was nursing a little bit. So we brought the kittens back with us, and her, and we left them outside because they were outside cats at the time. Not knowing, had no idea, because we were Schnauzer breeders, so we were used to that. You don't want to fix a dog that is nursing, because we had that experience, because their milk will dry up. We had a dog that got she had a cesarean, so we had her fixed. The doctor said it was okay at the time, but he didn't tell us all the details. He told us later when she didn't have enough milk, we had to buy a supplement. He goes, oh, well, yeah, their milk dries up. It's like, that would have been good information to know ahead of time, because we would have waited. But, she was already having surgery for the cesarean, so we thought it was better to have the spay at the same time.
Yeah.
But
it was a decision we would have probably still made had we known.
So we'd
have been prepared, though, with supplemental milks.
We didn't know about the cat. So
luckily we had another mother, though.
She immediately got, we had another dog that had 1 puppy. So that dog, they were nursing each other's puppies. It was very sweet. And anyway, this cat got pregnant right away while she was nursing her kittens, and so we were clueless that they're different. It works different, because a dog only comes into heat every 6 months. A cat, I guess, can come into heat every 6 weeks or something. So it was like, so then we brought her in. We had the kittens adopted, and we brought her in with her kittens to nurse her kittens. When she was done, we had her fixed, and we had the kittens adopted. So that's how we ended up with her. Mm-hmm. And what is her name? Siamese. I called her Siamese because she's a Siamese cat.
It's kind of a pretty name anyway.
Yeah.
And for those of you asking, it's not going to get cold enough here for snow, and we're going to be just having rain, 90% chance of rain. And then Sunday night, it's going to transform into snow overnight, 1 to 3 inches expected.
Now, here's the thing. You can't necessarily believe the app he's reading, because every single weather thing says a different thing. Every single one says a different thing.
Doesn't it make you laugh?
I don't even look at the Weather Channel app at all.
I love it. I like it. As a matter of fact, I laugh every time they want me to go premium.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell you what we really know. We're not going to tell you what's actually going to happen. Matter of fact, we might not even be close. Are you ready to pay premium? Like, what? You want me to pay for something that you have no idea what's going to happen, and you've only a 50% chance you're right, but you want me to pay for that? I think that's hilarious.
Ringy Dingy says this is a cat's version of a photobomb.
Yeah. They just know something's going on, and they want to be in the middle of it. And whatever you bring in this house has to be sat on, has to be investigated, has to be at least laid on. And it's hilarious to bring in a box or a paper bag. Those are the most fun. But she is very much investigative of anything I bring in the house. She's got to see what it is. Loves boxes. So.
Hey, DP Mart, how are you?
Spaceman.
He said you sounded like Ted Nugent. Your voice must sound like Ted Nugent.
Oh, I'm a cat scratch believer. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's a long time ago. I don't listen to oldies. I was there when it happened, when it first came out. Didn't like it then either. You'll find that a lot of times the people that are stuck listening to the oldies are also stuck in their old words, their old thoughts, their old lifestyle, and have a very difficult time changing because they're still listening to the programming that they listened to 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Music is programming, and if you really listen to the lyrics, you'd be surprised what's really in there pumping into your head. I know, because I've been deprogramming, deleting, backing out, wiping old hard drives of rock and roll in my head to try to get the right thoughts, right mind.
Vicky asked, are you guys in the Smokies or from the Smokies? We live in the Smokies.
We're in them.
We're not originally from the Smokies.
Yep. Ohio, Indiana and Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
And I was in the military, and she was a military brat traveling everywhere. So we are a perfect couple. We both never had a root deep enough to want to go back to.
Patty, Southern Bless Homestead, y'all make dreary winter enjoyable with your adventures. Yeah, I mean,
yes.
To us, the snow is beautiful. We lived in Florida for years, and I couldn't stand the humidity. I couldn't go out. It was
nothing to see.
Humid, moist air made me feel weak and faint. So I would have to be in the air conditioning or something most of the time, because 90% of the year in Florida is really, really humid.
And I say, it's the beach, it's the water. Let me tell you, the crowds would gather about 10 minutes before sunset, watch the sunset, and after the sun disappeared and did its light show, then they were gone. Mm-hmm. There's really not a lot to do. I mean, a lot to see down there. I mean, everybody drives fast because it's all sun bleached and baked between where you are and where you're going. Not a lot to see. It took me months and months and months after I got to Tennessee to slow down and just go 30 miles an hour. There's plenty to see. What's coming around the next corner, you never know. It's just beautiful mountains and everything up here. But maybe we wouldn't appreciate it as much if we hadn't been in Florida. Maybe if we'd have come up north to here, it would be nice, but we really wouldn't understand it the way we do.
Well, the winters here are not as harsh as they are up north either.
Mm-hmm. The mountains do spare you.
You all up north have like deeper snows, like a lot more
longer stretches,
a lot more inches or feet, and slush and everything. Here,
it was 70 degrees on January 1st.
I mean, well, here the snow doesn't stay as long. It melts off quicker. So it'll snow and look beautiful. They actually close the roads to the Smoky Mountains in the, like the national park and everything. A lot of those roads are closed. When we did our video, we couldn't get to Gatlinburg. We tried over and over and over to get to Gatlinburg, and every road we tried was closed.
Trees were down.
It was a heavy, wet snow, and that brings the trees down.
Even the spur was closed.
Yeah. Finally, after we drove around many times trying to get to Gatlinburg, and we went down Wares Valley Road and came back and then checked the spur again, it was still closed, but they were finally letting people out of Gatlinburg by then.
That side was open.
They just were letting the traffic out from Gatlinburg over to Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, northbound was
because I think they were stuck both ways. They were just stuck in Gatlinburg for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah. So
DP Mart said he had you muted on your commercial.
Oh, really? Well, I don't think I get paid if it's muted, do I?
Chad and Natasha said their grandparents had a Siamese when it was a kid, and they loved it.
Yes.
Carrie said people carry a chainsaw with them, and they get out and cut through it.
Well, that's a good thing, because that's what happened to us on Wears Valley Road. After the fourth tree down we passed, I said, I'm going to go back because I'm afraid another some more trees could fall and we'll be trapped over here. And there's no other way back. So I turned around.
We were in the Bug too, the VW Bug, and it does not have. It's not the warmest vehicle.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
so you wouldn't want to get stuck.
We've got some maintenance to do.
Spaceman Dudley wants to know if you're ready for the snow. And Spaceman Dudley, I heard your concern for Kenny's papa. And I talked to Kenny and I talked to Donny. And so Donny is going to drive Kenny to the airport on Sunday. Bless his heart, Donny.
That one right there.
And let Papa stay home.
Because he was scared.
Let Papa stay home.
He was going to do it because he wanted his boy to go.
Yeah.
He said he's scared. And
this is the thing.
And he told me he was scared. So I said, okay.
Papa has one eye and one leg, and he doesn't need to be driving in a snowstorm.
And a rear wheel drive custom van. And so there, I told Kenny, I said, it's really more for Papa, for you than you. Yeah. I'm doing this. You know, I don't want him to be scared, and I want him, and we really don't know what the weather's going to be like, and I've got front wheel drive, and all's well.
And so Donnie will go up to Kingsport to get him, and then go across, and hopefully it's not mountain roads and black ice. Y'all pray for Donnie's drive with Kenny. That
we're just going to take 24
travels.
right down to Asheville, and then Asheville over to Charlotte.
Yeah. And then he can come back a little bit of a southern route. Hopefully it's better weather.
I'll come across 40, Asheville. As a matter of fact, I'm going to come back 40 and go through Asheville. And then at 40, just wind, since it's a major highway, it's going to be open. So I'm sure I'll be able to get home just fine. Because
Kenny thought his thinking was a direct flight because honestly, there was a time when I had to be in a wheelchair to get from one gate to the other. When I took a flight because of my foot injury in the past, and they did not get me from one gate to the other. I missed my flight, and I cried because I'm like stuck in an airport, and they yelled at me because I cried. They didn't have any mercy on it. Oh, this was an Atlanta airport. And then I went back through Atlanta, and the same thing happened. They did not get me to my gate. I missed the thing. So I said, don't ever book me through Atlanta changing flights again, ever. Never, never, never. I don't like driving through there either. Now, Atlanta is a beautiful historic old city if you want to tour it, but driving on the highway or going through the airport, no, that's not fun. Either one of those is not fun. So God bless,
God bless
Donnie
America
and Kenny on Sunday through that drive. And now Donnie,
he's going to give me some gas money and buy me dinner.
He doesn't know if he'll be there, not come back until Monday morning or what, because I don't think Kenny's flight is till Monday.
Yes, I've got to get up at 6 to make sure we're out the door by 7 to have him there by 7:30, because he did book the motel right there next to the hotel, and there is a shuttle
next to the airport,
right next to the airport. So there's a shuttle and all that kind of stuff, and it's free. So he's all set, because the last decision to be there's two decisions. One is Sunday morning. He has to wait till Sunday morning to call and make sure the flight is still on because of not so much weather, but other factors. And so he has to make sure the flight is not canceled Sunday morning. Then as soon as we were sure the flight's going to fly, I'm going to go get him. We're going to head out I'm going to pick him up about noon and head down there, and we'll have the day together. Then the second decision is whether or not I spend the night. If the snow is really going to be deep, if it's a really heavy concern and they're probably going to close roads, I'm going to head home. But if it looks like what the weatherman says, warm 48 and sunny on Monday morning, then I'll wait till Monday morning, and we'll probably have breakfast or some kind of snack before he hits the airline.
Hi, Mrs. Virginia. Hi, Jay.
Yes. Is that the fox? Gray wolf? Gray fox? Gray something?
Silver. Wolf Adventures. He changed his name.
Not wolf. Woof. Thank you. Yes, we are still believing for healing. If you need to put a prayer in here, you're welcome to do that.
Hi, Marie. Oh, God.
Forever best friend. Good to hear from you.
Let's see.
Yes, we've got our furs right here.
I wanted to show. Yeah, I wanted.
Oh, is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, I wanted to show you. Yeah, we're sitting far apart, but can you see now? Can you see them?
There they are.
There they are.
Iris.
Yep.
Iris.
There they are, right there.
Iris.
Yep, they're in between us, right there.
Yeah.
Now, is it back on you?
Yep, back on me.
Okay.
And the dog's butt. So, as soon as I said her name, she moved away. It's funny that Iris has been with us all these years, but she's not really a cuddle bug schnauzer. She's not. She'd rather be by herself.
She'll get close, like she'll lay close to me, like on the couch or something. But but she's always been. I don't know why. She's always been a little bit of a skittish dog. But in her defense, when she was a puppy, I went on vacation with Lisa and my brother. And while I was gone, Donny had made a mistake, a tragic mistake.
Oh.
I had bought these little pads to train my puppies on with, they were grass. And he wasn't paying attention, and he decided to take it outside and hose it off and then let it dry there. And we had fruit rats, and they ran across the thing, and then what was it, parvo something, because they had not had their shots yet. So she was very, very sick as a puppy, very, very sick.
The only survivor.
No, she wasn't. There was more.
Okay.
Yeah.
None of the other flowers made it.
No, 2 had passed.
Yes.
Anyway.
And Trigger.
And yeah, but anyway, yep. I named him. Her brother was Bud, because what do you name a boy when you're naming him flowers? So we called him Bud. And then there was Iris, and then there was Heather.
Tulip and Daisy.
Yeah. But anyway, so we kept her, but we were
hoping to breed her because she was still viable.
She fought for her her life as a puppy. Yeah. And here's the thing.
When they go through trauma like that, they do live a little different.
I had a spiritual thing at the time when I was on vacation. I actually had a vision that my puppies were sick. I saw one of them in distress, sick. And then right after that, he told me, the puppy is sick. And I came home. And took care of them. So, but anyway, yeah, don't take things outside. Don't let your puppies outside if they haven't had shelter. And we did not let our puppies outside, but him taking the little grass that they used to go potty on outside and hose it off and clean it off.
Then I left it out there to dry.
Was a big mistake. Big mistake. Yeah.
And then also I was waiting for the next paycheck to take them in for their shots. And wouldn't you know, after this terrible thing happened, and I spent even more than any shots would have cost me trying to help them live, the vet said, next time, you come, and we'll just hold the check until you've got the money. Don't wait. If you have a situation like that, you just come. Of course, this was 10 years ago when more people were writing checks and all that. But he said, we'll hold that check, and you get in here right away if you have any issue, and we'll just hold the check until you've got the money. I know you're good for it, because we'd already been working with him for 10 years. So that was even sadder that, I was waiting for the next check, and I could have just called and said, listen, I need to get these guys in for shots. They're a week past when they should got them. And so it's really boils down to me. you know, and
I mean,
not
they were
having a
safe.
poverty mentality.
They were safe in the house, though. They were safe in the house because we never let them outside. We were very protective, and I was overly protective in that kind of way. But anyway, we don't want to keep going on this because some people are sensitive. Some people are sensitive with too much information.
I know.
And you shared too much information.
And you shared a terrible moment in our lives where I cried and cried and cried. So, but anyway.
Okay, he
Okay,
almost got a tattoo after that, y'all. He almost got a tattoo. He's not a tattoo person for himself. He doesn't judge tattoos, but he's just never gotten a tattoo for himself. He really wasn't into that. And then, but that experience that he went through made him totally consider getting the names of the dogs written on his hand. He wanted a reminder. He wanted to remind himself
and
not to make a mistake.
It was on my live stream last week that I said this, so I'll say it on hers, that when I was getting ready to do that tattoo, to remind me of these dogs and what I had done, I wasn't allowed to do it. And my spirit spoke to me and said, you don't need to remind yourself of where you failed. Remind yourself of where you've succeeded. Remind yourself of what you have done right. Yeah. And so I was so glad I didn't do that, because that
builds faith. That
would have been, so I think that was a good feeling. You're right. Don't get a tattoo for what's wrong in your life. Get a tattoo for what's good, if you're going to get one, which I never will.
Hey, Evelyn had said there's one thing about the mountains: you cannot predict the weather. I have said that to people too about. I'm sure it's the same way with your mountains down there.
So you're saying I should go 81
in New Mexico too, Evelyn, is that the Smoky Mountains? You don't want to sit there and go, okay, the afternoon, it's nice, you can wear a t-shirt, and then you're out in the mountains in the evening. Even in Gatlinburg, if you go up to Anakeesta or wherever, or if you're walking the streets of Gatlinburg, all of a sudden you're freezing.
Yeah.
You are
as
freezing.
Soon as that sun crosses that threshold.
Yeah, when the sun is past where it's shining over the mountains, all of a sudden, boom, you're freezing. Yeah, so definitely, you have to be prepared. You have to have extra things, extra layers, all of that kind of stuff when you're in the mountains.
Mm-hmm. So here, real quick on my phone, if I can show you, that's the routes I'm on the blue dot. I'm at the blue dot there. Well, let me see if I can get that. There we go. I'm at the blue dot. And of course, the shortest route straight to Charlotte is the one that I'm going to take home. But that top route is the one that I'm going to go get Kenny with. And then I'm going to drive down that stripe right there, and then down to 24 right there, and then over to Charlotte. So, because 24 is right here, and then 24 branches off into some mountain road, which I'm not going to take. So I'm just going to take 24 all the way down. So I don't know if anybody can tell, but look how nice that looks. So I don't know if that's backwards or not, but I'm going to take the northern route to go and the southern route back, depending on weather.
It looks the right way here.
Good.
Carrie said, don't you watch Ryan Hall, y'all? He doesn't. I do. It's a YouTuber that posts, and he really watches all the radars and all those kind of things and the projections, and he has learned over the years which ones are more reliable and which ones are not as reliable. And he goes live on YouTube whenever bad weather's coming in. Now he will post a little video out there when something is coming in, like maybe saying watch the weather for the next few days or whatever. He'll post that. But his channel is called Ryan Hall Y'all, and you can't. That's not touchscreen.
That's right.
Anyway, the Carrie, if you want to post his channel, Ryan Hall Y'all, in the chat.
I'll take a look at that.
Post Ryan Hall Y'all in the chat, and then if anybody wants to, I recommend it. I sent the channel to Carrie.
Dudley says he's a good man.
I sent the channel to Carrie, and I'm telling you, I've posted a couple times in my community page about that channel. he seems to really know what he's doing. He really covers the bad weather when it's coming in, so that all of your family. And he'll say, if your family's in this area, tell them to get the shelter right now. Things like that. And so he's really, really good at all of that kind of stuff. So
I'm going to take my phone with me, of course, and I'll video picking up Kenny and a couple things with him, but I'm not into it like Joy does as far as, oh, here's where we're staying. Stop. Here's the room. Stop. Okay, we're done. Stop.
Spaceman Dudley's wife is still doing the doctor shuffle, so she's still in prayers concerning the pain and stuff she's been dealing with.
Well, we prayed and held hands together, and we just reinforced that prayer in Jesus' name.
No, she's trying to walk on the keyboard. Oh, the cat decided to get down and walk across the keyboard.
It's amazing what cats will do to spell out their name and get some attention.
Oh, goodness. Let's see.
YouTube doesn't like to call for an uprising.
Hey, Danny Griswold, how are you?
Hey.
He said we hardly have winter.
Yep. And yes, we have a surprise coming for next week. Something I bought. I just got in the mail. It'll take me a little while to figure it out.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise for next week. And it's going to save us money. And lots of trouble. And I'm having a little trouble with my coach batteries. Turns out that the guy that fixed them 3 years ago left them on full charge and rerouted around the float charger. So they've basically been on full charge for 3 years. 24/7.
Ron said it's true about the weather in the north, Joy.
So be careful of those RV people. RV fixers. Now they've got these RV guys around here. One's $250 an hour, the other one's $150 an hour. So there's competition. You get the ones with the nice truck and the name on the side of the truck and a reputation to protect. If you're going to get an RV guy, not somebody that's driving a pickup, and hadn't shaven for a week.
Hey, Ford man, thanks for being in there.
Hey, Kenny, we were just talking about you behind your back, so let's talk about you to your face.
He's in there moderating on the sly. Thanks, Kenny.
A raid to my ORI. So we must be coming up on the end. Oh, so we're talking about, because there was a...
Hey, Charlie Grace, forever best friend.
We've got 2 people we want that are going to be, that come up after us that we wanted to do a shout out for. And one is Ridge Life.
And Kenny, I think Kenny's got his, he post his video? I think Kenny has a premiere going a little bit later.
Oh, there's Ryan Hall, y'all. There's his.
Oh, there's
his.
Okay, so it's the channel, Ryan Hall, y'all. There's the channel, Ryan Hall, y'all. That's a good channel to click on and subscribe to because he really does a good job with the weather.
Fordman got retracted. What does that mean?
Oh, he took back what he was saying.
We didn't give her. So anyway, he's got something coming up too. Fordman does.
I think.
He
did that earlier today. Okay. I thought it was tonight.
All right. So and we've got and also.
Kenny says I just woke up from a nap.
Oh. Well, you missed it. We had $1 million giveaway, and you weren't there.
Hi, Vanessa.
So and the other one besides the one that we want you to watch or to go raid would be if you do a raid on
either Hood
or Ridge Life.
Hood's custom shop goes live after this, and Ridge Life is actually having a premiere.
Yep, he's having a premiere, so it's not a raid then.
But I'll tell you what, though, either way it would be a raid. A raid over to Ridge Life would be would be interesting because his premiere is on the log home that he built for his mother on his property. So that should be a really good, beautiful video, because I've watched little bits of his, videos one video at a time of what he was doing with the log cabin he built for his mother. So that
cabin,
it's going to be beautiful. I mean, yeah, she's going to love that.
Those are drafty.
Yeah, I know. Carrie doesn't do well with sad animal stories. He was kept going a little farther than I was willing to go on that. Hey, Jim Forbes.
I cried myself dry that day. So we just want to.
Yeah, so Jim Forbes, I put slow-mo on 1 second only. And the reason I did it is because of, like Kenny had an opportunity to take out there are some people that post something not.
Or they just misspell a word.
Not friendly. No, it's not. No, it's a link to something that shouldn't be there. So, yeah, I thought, okay, if I had it on a 1 second delay, then like our good friend Kenny or somebody can take it out, before they can get them in like that. Just even a 1 second delay helps a moderator out in that case when we're sitting here at home. When you're out and about on your phone, you can't put a delay on it. But I thought, 1 second probably helped,
Yeah, kind of like, those kitchen shows with the mean people that use terrible words. Beep.
Jim Forbes in Mississippi going to get rain and 40 degrees.
Yeah, we've been watching that. Clouds up north is going to get a real sweep. A good snow sweep. So we're only concerned about Sunday here.
Hello, Annette from Wisconsin.
Skipper. I muted you during the sad animal story. Oh.
So Carrie said.
That's sensitive, huh? I'm sorry.
Okay. I understand.
Nunya, Texas.
Well, we have
2 minutes.
I added extra entries because I had some really bad things going on, and I was behind in the chat, so I didn't even know it was going on. But I found out from my moderators later that there was stuff going on in the chat that wasn't family friendly. And I have like 9-year-olds and 12-year-olds that watch us and sometimes get in the chat. So I have to be real sensitive to the wording that's in the chat. So I just added more. Mm-hmm. I added more at that point because I thought better to have more to take care of the stuff that shouldn't be there, so that the children, the littles, are safe when they're reading.
Do it for the children.
Yeah. I literally do have 9 and 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds that read.
And also old people with some morals. Yeah, there's got to be at least 80. You don't have them World War II morals. And the X generation, the greatest generation. Yep.
Hello, Jake. Nunya, Texas on the back 40. Back 20.
Back 20.
Back 20.
Okay. Back 20. Back 20. Okay, forward. Back 20. Yep, that's the way it is here. We're going to have some snow. We're going to be lost in the snow. And then we're going to thaw out.
Okay, so Kenny did put his premiere up there. So he is getting ready to start a premiere in a couple of minutes. And
1 hour and 43 minutes. So his premiere is almost 2 hours.
No, 43 seconds. 1 hour and 1 hour.
Yeah,
and
so his is from an hour.
Seconds. So
good. Do you have a chance to go see Ridge Life or
Hood? He's starting in 2 minutes, and then it's for an hour, and then 43 seconds over an hour.
In a few minutes. Oh.
Yes.
See, I was one of those kids that the teacher would say, read all the directions before you start the test. and I did everything.
Griswold said, "Get ready for the movie night with Ford Man." Yeah, I'm telling you what, it was something. I was editing Kenny's videos, and he just turns that camera on, doesn't turn it off. So then I had to try to find as many places to, edit
break in,
that.
break out.
And then, so it was, but some of his videos he wanted to have in the Raid Parade, which are 15 minutes long. Some of them he wanted to just have on his channel as a longer video. So yeah, this one's an hour. And like I said, Ridge Life, Evelyn Newman, if you could put Ridge Life's in there too, so that even if they don't watch it right now, or they could watch it later, but Ridge Life has his premiere that's coming on here in a couple of minutes.
Yeah. So
Griswold says, "You guys are so awesome to Kenny." Thank you.
Yeah, that's one of our callings. We are slowly rising up and expecting the Lord to move in our behalf, to be even more of a host.
Yeah.
Where we can be. We would like to have property, and we'd like to have outbuildings, not outhouses, but outbuildings, where we can let people stay and visit us and come to the Smokies and have a vacation. And even some other people that just need a rest. So we wanted to do that. So, and before I forget, and people will start heading out here, I wanted to say that we love you.
But I'm not done yet.
I know you're not done yet, but we need to say it because people are starting to don't want to back out here. So for all of you that are here, we love you. We bless you. We pray for you. We thank you. We thank God for you. And we want you to know that as much as we love you, Jesus loves you more. And he's a good God. He's a good God.
Okay, so I'm going to post also to check this out. Ridge Life. You can talk while I'm still doing.
All right. So I've been, of course, reading my Bible this week and doing some studying for Saturday night. And I haven't gotten a definitive answer of what I'm supposed to talk about. But I'm looking at the difference between Hades, Sheol, and the lake of fire, and hell. There are 4 different things, and I'm thinking about breaking that down for you tomorrow night.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Team Jesus Ministries.
Team Jesus Ministries tomorrow night, 9:00. Be there, be square.
Let me post that in the thing, too.
And now that we've lost StreamYard, I may not be able to get a guest in, but we're working on that. And
we have to figure that out.
We'll figure that out. If any of you have missed the last couple of weeks, it was Pastor Scott last week on what prayer can do. And previous to that are a couple that I did with Pastor Scott and a couple by myself. The 7 proofs of an angel visitation. How do you know you got by scripturally, a true visitation from an angel? You can read that, listen to that one, and learn those scriptures so that you know if that's part of your calling, if that's part of your gifting, that you have. That's how you get messages. Then you need to know the 7 proofs of an angel visitation.
Okay, so I've got Kenny has his link in there.
Okay.
For his premiere.
Yeah.
I put the one in there for Ridge Life, which is premiering now as well. You can say Joyless Life Raid right on either one of those. Don't do that.
I thought that was fun.
No, it doesn't show it. On Ridge Life or Fordman, aka Kenneth Oaks, and then Team Jesus Ministries. You can go over there and subscribe to that channel. And tomorrow, that's tomorrow.
Griswold said there's another system. He'll let you know. Thank you.
Okay, good. There's another system that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if anybody knows anything about monitors, like the ISUS monitor, I bought this monitor for Joy, and we found that we can't find a speaker.
It doesn't
on
have a
so
speaker.
It doesn't have a speaker.
It doesn't have
and it doesn't have
a camera or anything.
A camera or anything on it. It was only $129, but still.
I'm shocked it doesn't have a speaker at least.
Yeah, or something. So maybe we just don't know what the button to push is. If anybody knows, anyway. I gotta go this. At least I kept the box. It's in storage.
Hi, Victoria
Hopefully
May.
The paperwork's in there. So
thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And then if you want to go over there and hit any one of those raids. Yep. Team Jesus is not a raid, but it's a subscribe if you want to watch it later.
And
tomorrow he'll be on.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
And when you can, put the
playlist on.
Put our playlist on.
And share the videos out and things like that.
While you're out of the house, put your playlist on. We don't mind talking to an empty room.
I'll tell you.
We do it all the time.
He's been out of work all week. He hasn't had work. So
yeah, we haven't had work this week.
Yeah. It would be a blessing if you could put us on the playlist so that we can have some ad revenue.
Thank you.
And share our videos out so we can have some more viewers.
Yes, and pray for favor. I do have an estimate to do tomorrow.
You have a great night too.
Work coming up. So
Rhonda and Jay.
Thank you.
Carrie, Victoria, Danny, Ford Man, Spaceman, Jake, Evelyn,
Ed,
Lisa, Annette, Marie. Let's see, did I get Ring-a-Dingy, Eddie, Pastor Dan and Kim.
Oh, good.
And Jim Forbes and Diana.
Victoria.
DP Mart. Vanessa. Charlie Grace. Let's see if I missed anybody. Mrs. Virginia.
Yeah, we're not planning on disappearing anytime soon.
And the pastors. Mac and Patty. Chad and Natasha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just wanted to shout y'all out and say thank you, Desiree.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny Tim.
Yep.
Thank you.
And Silver Wolf Adventures.
Pray for his drive. Pray for
safety on the road.
Safety on the road. Taking Ford Man over to North Carolina, right?
Mm-hmm. North Carolina, Charlotte.
Yeah.
National Airport, International.
Over there and back.
Yep. And back.
Yep.
Blessings to all of you and favor for work for next week. That'll come in for me. Doing an estimate tomorrow. And I've already done some preliminary work on that. That should be okay. So,
Amy. Hello, Amy. And hello, Ed.
I haven't seen that one before.
Thank you. Yeah, that's Amy.
Amy.
Okay. Yeah. And so thank you all again. So go over there and say Joy Bless Life Raid at either Ford Man or Ridge Life. It helps.
Or Hood.
Or Hoods. It helps. It helps them. It helps us. So.
All right. Bless you.
Thank you.
Can I hit the button?
Let me see. Okay. I have to hit the button. Thank you all.